So we were discussing, given an arbitrary sequence, we wish to know is it graphic or not. Meaning, for example, a sequence like this, does there exist a graph whose degree sequence is precisely this? And this one is graphic. For example, you see that this graph satisfy this sequence. Degree of the first vertex is 2, degree of the second vertex is 2, and for each of them it is 2. Now, when we know it is graphic, the next natural question that we are interested in is how many different graphs are there having the same degree sequence. So please note, this is one graph satisfying this. Let me call this one as G1, and we can also draw one more graph of this type. Now together it is G2. Degree of the first vertex is 2, second vertex is 2, third vertex is 2, and so on. So 4, 5, 6. So you see that for each of them the degree is 2. Now on the face of it, if you see, at least these two are structurally different. And for example, if you label this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can reach 4 from 1. But if you see this, I cannot reach 4 from 1. There is no path that will help me to reach 4 from 1. Similarly, look at say 2 and 6. I can reach 6 from 2 either this way or this way. But over here there is no connection between 2 and 6 either directly or via some vertices. So which means structurally these two are different. Now the question is, is there a notion which will relate the similarity? Is there a notion which will talk about similarity of two graphs? And there are many such sequences. It is not just this. If you look at this, now one graph is now if you see that degree of each vertex is exactly 3, and here is a graph respecting this degree sequence. I can also draw one more which is structurally different from this graph. For example, I can draw like this and I can draw like this. Now if you look at this, you see that there is a triangle here. 1, 2, 6 is a triangle. Similarly, you see that 3, 4, 5 is a triangle, but there is no triangle here. Not just 1, 2, 6, you don't see triangle here at all. So which means there is a substructure that's present but not present in this graph. So thereby I am concluding that G1 and G2 are structurally different. The drawing looks similar, but if you pay attention to some subgraph, something like this, you see that there is a triangle present, cycle of length 3, whereas over here it is not. This also contains a closed circuit or a cycle of length 4. Here also you find a cycle of length 4. But when it comes to closed circuit or cycle of length 3, and it is present here but not here. Okay. So now for a given degree sequence, one can construct graphs in more than one way. Natural question is how many different graphs are there, and are the graphs structurally same, different, and which is something we are going to discuss now. So we introduce a notion called connectedness. We say a graph is connected if for all u comma v in v of g, there exists a path between u and v in g. So for this degree sequence, this is one graph. Now if you look at this graph, you look at any pair of vertices, say 2 and 5, then there exists a path. What is a path? Path is a sequence of vertices starting from u, ending at v. So now if you look at path say 2 comma 5, and starting from 2 I can go to 1, I can go to 6, then I can reach 5, or starting from 2 I can go to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. There exists a path. You may find more than one, and this must be true for any UV. You look at say 3 and 6, I can reach via this, or 3, 4, 5, 6. You look at any pair of u comma v, you see that there exists a path. If for all u comma v there exists a path uv in g, implies that graph is connected, and this one is true, so therefore g1 is connected. Now look at this graph. If you look at this graph, 1 and 3 are connected, 2, 3 are connected, 4, 5 connected, but 2 and 6, and you start from 2, and there is no way I can reach 6. And similarly, starting from 2 you cannot reach 4, from 2 you cannot reach 5, so there does not exist path between 2 and 6. There does not exist a path between 1 and 5. So that shows that G2 is not connected, or we say it is disconnected. So it is possible that given a degree sequence, we may get a connected graph, we may get some other graph which is not connected. That's possible. Or given a degree sequence, we may get two different connected graphs. Similarly, one can get two different disconnected graphs, and all are possible. Fine. So that shows that G1 is connected, G2 is not. This G1 is connected, this G2 is connected. So these two are connected. Okay. So please note this. If G is disconnected, then G is a collection of connected components. Okay. What are connected components? What are components in particular? They are maximal connected subgraphs, which we shall discuss now. If it says if G is disconnected, then G is a collection of connected components. And for example, 1, 2, 3 is a connected component. What do you mean by connected component? In this component, you look at any UV, there exists a path. In this component, if you look at any UV, there exists a path. So 4, 5, 6 is connected subgraph. Similarly, 1, 2, 3 is a connected subgraph. So when a graph is disconnected, it consists of collection of connected components. What do you mean by connected components? Each one is a maximal connected subgraph. We shall next define subgraphs. We say H is a subgraph of G denoted as like this if V of H is a subset of E of G and E of H is a subset of E of G. Please note graphs, although they have a graphical representation, but the underlying thing is that they are all sets. We work with a vertex set, we work with edge set and so on. So just like the way you have set and a subset, it makes sense to talk about graphs and subgraphs. So when you say H is a subgraph of G, the vertex set of this must be a subset of vertex set of this, edge set of this must be a subset of this. So let's consider this as G. Let's look at possible subgraphs. So let me take 1 and 2. V of H is a subset of E of G. E of H is a subset of E of G. So this one is a subgraph. So let me take 1 and let me take 2, let me take 3. Vertex set of H2 is a subgraph, subset of this. Yes. Edge set is empty. That is also a subset of this. And although there are edges here, but which are not drawn here, the condition only says edge set of H must be a subset of this. So this graph is a subgraph of this. So let me take 1, 2, 3. Let me draw this. Now this one is a subset of this. Edge set is a subset of this. So therefore this one is also a subgraph of this. So let's look at H4 and let's have 1, 2 and 6. 1, 2, 2, 6 and this. This one is not a subgraph. Reason is 1, 2, 1, 6 is fine, but there is an edge between 2 and 6 here, but it is not present. So it says edge set of this must be a subset of this. So this one is not a subgraph of G. Okay. So now we wish to know, is there a way of fine-tuning this definition so that there is a one-to-one correspondence between the edges present here and edges present here. So that brings the inducedness. So we define something called induced subgraph. So H is an induced subgraph of G if V of H is a subset of V of G and U comma V belongs to E of H if and only if U comma V belongs to E of G. Fine? Okay. So it says if edge is present in H, it must be present in G. If edge is present in G, it must be present in H as well. So look at this graph. So let me take 1 and 2, say 6 and 3. Now these vertices are present here and edges subset of this. So this one is a subgraph. Is this induced? Is this an induced subgraph? Answer is no. Reason? There is an edge between 6 and 3 in G, but it is not present in H. It says U comma V in H if and only if UV in G. So for the vertices that you have picked as part of H, whichever edge is present in G, the same thing should be present in H also. Only then it is an induced subgraph, otherwise it is not. So let's look at this one. Again, this one is a subgraph, and is it induced? No, it is not. There is an edge between 2, 3, but there is no edge between 2, 3 here, so it is not. Let's look at 6 and 2. And 6, 2, if you see, this is a subgraph. Is this induced? Answer is yes. And no edges here. Similarly, there are no edges here. And so this is subgraph as well as induced. So 6, 3, 5, 4. And now this one is a subgraph of G, and every edge present in G among 6, 3, 4, 5, and you see that it is present here also. So this is both subgraph as well as induced. So what we have seen so far is just like you have sets and subsets, can we talk about subgraphs in the context of graphs? And so we brought in two definitions. One is a subgraph which simply says vertex set must be a subset of this, edge set must be a subset of this. So which means there is a possibility that there are edges present in G and but not in H. That's possible. And the next definition says, it's very strict, it says it is induced if u comma v belonging to E of H, if and only if u comma v belonging to E of G. So for the vertices that you have picked as part of H, all edges that are present in G must be present and no other extra edges. And so you see that some of the graphs are just subgraphs but not induced, and some graphs are both subgraph as well as induced. So having defined subgraphs, let's revisit the definition of connected components. It is a maximal connected subgraph. So please note, suppose you have a graph like this. Now 1, 3 is a subgraph of G. This is my H. So this one is a subgraph of G. Now the question is it connected? Answer is yes. Now, is it maximally connected? What do you mean by maximally connected? I should not be able to add any more vertex into this and still maintain the connectedness. Meaning, suppose let me add 2 to this. Now look at the induced subgraph of this. You get this. Now you see that this one is a subgraph which is connected, and not just that, it is a supergraph of 1, 3, which means this is not maximal. There is a supergraph. Supergraph meaning just like set, superset, graph, supergraph. So there is a supergraph containing 1, 3 and still having the property. What is our property? Property over here is connected. Fine. Now I am asking, is this connected? Yes. Is this maximal? This is maximal if there is no supergraph containing this which is connected. Now is that true? Let's look at 1, 3, 2. Now I bring in 4. Now this is not maximal because here is a supergraph which contains this and connected. Now the question is this maximally connected? Answer is yes. There is no supergraph containing this because we have got the entire graph. So there is no supergraph containing this which is connected. So this one is not maximal. And if you look at just 1, 3, it is a subgraph, answer is yes. It is induced, answer is yes. You look at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is a subgraph, yes. It is induced, yes. It is not maximally, this is not maximally connected. This one is a maximal connected component. So for a connected graph, the given graph is a maximally connected component. But this definition makes sense if you have disconnected graphs. So 1, 2, 3. Say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So together is a graph G. Now this is disconnected. We say that if G is disconnected, then G is a collection of connected components. So we say this one is connected component 1, connected component 2, connected component 3 and connected component 4. And what do you mean by connected component? It is a maximal connected subgraph of G. It is a maximal connected subgraph of G. So look at 1, 2. This is a connected subgraph, but this is not maximally connected. Correct? Now look at 1, 2, 3. This one is connected. Is it maximally connected? Can you add any other vertex from any of them and still make the graph connected? Suppose I bring 4. Now look at the induced subgraph of 1, 2, 3, 4. The induced subgraph of 1, 2, 3, 4 is precisely this. Now this is a subgraph. This is induced. Answer is yes. But this is not maximally connected. Why? There does not exist a path between 2 and 4. It should be connected and it should be maximally connected. So connectedness brings that there exists a path which is not there. So this is not maximally connected. And what is maximally connected is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 is maximally connected. I cannot add any other vertex, so I cannot add 5 or 7 to this or 10 or 11 and 12 and retain the connectedness. So that shows that this one is maximally connected. So on the similar line, look at 10, 11. This one is subgraph. This one